In this Koha tutorial, we're still looking at serials management modules, and we are looking at a new numbering pattern because I don't have a pattern that works already. Some of these data are already in, and I'll explain about that when I get down there. Now, the name of my pattern is going to be named in a way that I can recognize it when I come to adding this journal information in on the subscriptions modification area, and it's the number of the volume and the year/year, and actually we do need volume in there. And the way it is on the journal, that they're spread out. The information is spread out, so there's no particular columns or anything. So we're going to have a number, a volume number, we're going to have an issue number, and we're going to have the year. So down here, so the next one I'm going to actually put in the title of the journal so that I know that when I'm modifying this journal, I will have the appropriate pattern to put in there. And the formula is where we tell Koha that we want it to pick up this information from this area. So these are the data points, and we're going to tell it which data points to put in what order. So we're going to start off with the word volume. So this is what's going to show up in our system. And then the first data point is X. And then there is no comma. I could have a comma if I wanted to, because the way it's displayed on the journal is not next to the rest of the information, but I'm not going to. And then it's number, and we anglicize this. Then there's a forward slash, and the year, and that's a data point. This is a data point, the number as well, of course. Data point will be Y. Don't look down below yet. Space, forward slash, space, and the year. So that's another data point without a description, and that would be Z. So we're going to draw it from 3 columns. I'm not going to put in a display order for reasons I explained earlier. That is for your drop down menu, and I'm not bothered about that. So our first label is for the volume, and we're going to add 1 every 2. Because there are 2 issues. So there'll be, we've had 84, 1 and 2, and then after 2 we go to 85. So that's right, every 2, and then we set it back to 1, and we just put in this very large number, which shows we expect the life of the journal to be possibly a little bit shorter than that, and not have to run out of numbers. Of course, we would modify again, but anyway, so the next label will actually be the number. And we're going to add 1 number every 1, because that's what we do. We go 1, 2, and then we keep on adding, but we only ever get to 2. So we set back to 1 after we have had 2. So the logic of this is we add 1 to whatever we've already got. Every single one, so every single received issue, we add another number, but then we set it back to 1 when we've had 2. That's because there are 2 in a year, 2 issues per year. This one is the year, and we're going to add 1 year every 2 issues, and we're going to set it back to 1 after we have a lot, because the years don't actually start again, but we won't be around to worry about it by then. Then we save. I'm just going to nip over to this journal so that we can have a look at that drop down list, and we'll see where it comes up. So I'm just going to nip through to there. I'm going to edit subscription. I'm not going to do any editing on the screen just yet, but I am going to show you that when I get to the frequency, it's 2 a year, and then when I get to the numbering pattern, please don't take notice of anything else that is in here. I can choose this numbering pattern. Oops. From somewhere here. As I say, we have a great many, so I have to find it here somewhere. Volume, number / year. That's the one that I want. The last value was 84. Number 2. And we already have 2. That's the inner counter, is the number of issues you have already seen for this volume. The number that we had the last time we saw it was number 2, and the year was 2018. And I'm now going to test this prediction. I haven't modified this whole subscription, but I'm just going to test the new prediction pattern we put in. And we can see that 84, number 2, 2018 comes at the end of 2019. That's because I haven't done the rest of it. But it is showing up, and it's showing in the format that I wanted: the whole word volume, the number of the volume, then number as an abbreviation, no dot, and then the number of that issue, so it's volume 84, number 2, and then the / and the year. So we've got the pattern right. We haven't got the frequencies and the dates right yet, so I'm not saving this. I'm just using that as an example of where that numbering pattern shows up.